Can someone tell me where's the magic of season 1 and 2 at? Like, where has it gone? Because it wasn't in season 3 and it's not in this season either. So the show does something different here, and what I mean by that is the show, in terms of its 26 episodes, are broken down in 5 story arcs. Each arc has their own individual story, while the background narrative created from the first arc echoes throughout the mini arcs of the show, becoming more prominent in the 5th final arc. The first arc, which is contained within the first 4 episodes, takes place on Mars with Magan, Superboy, and Beast Boy. Magan and Superboy are getting married. They find themselves in the middle of a civil disruption caused by racial prejudice and an unsolved murder. I'm not sure the Mars wedding arc was the correct way to start off this season. It's a slow start. It operates more like a slow drama, talkative show, and it's just okay overall. But if you are wanting some action, then you're going to be disappointed in the first 4 episodes. The best arc, which had the best episodes in the entire 4th season, in my opinion, was the second arc. Episode 5 through 8 with Artemis, or I should say Tigress. These episodes are primarily led with female characters, and I enjoyed every character. Tigress now is sought after by Vandal Savage's daughter, Cassandra Savage, and another character named Onyx. Both were once part of the League of Shadows, so they say, but have now deserted the League. Each of them accused the other one of being a mole trying to infiltrate the team. The arc felt the most in line with being similar to season 1 and 2. Had season 4 continued with the rest of its episodes in this way, then we could have been looking at a redeeming season here. Third act focuses on Zatanna and her students, who must take on a new Lord of Chaos that seeks to replace Clarion. This arc was my least favorite. I found it to be the most boring, but I did like the animated scene of the little girl body being separated in different stages. Fourth arc follows Kaldor, aka Alcalad, as an Atlantean prophecy is coming into fruition. And then you have the final arc that deals with Rocket being a mother and a superhero who I felt was a bit short-sighted here and deserved a bit more time to flesh her out. Anyway, she travels to Supertown for negotiations with the new gods. This leads her into coming face to face with a villain that's been trying to exact his devious plans. I will say, the show does have a huge focus on female characters with the season, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think the season is a tad wee better than season 3. I like that they're making things darker. I do appreciate that these arcs do show us a bit of these different worlds and how they run, but let's be clear. This show, in my opinion, has definitely fell off pretty hard after season 2, and one of the main issues I see is that the show stops focusing on the Young Justice and focuses on everything DC. If you're expecting to see any of the core characters from season 1, 2, and even 3, be prepared to not see them for this season, as only a select few of them are in here. The show brings in so many newbies trying to expand their cast of heroes, but then get left on the shelf to collect dust. This show overall seriously needs better direction, with it focusing on less characters. There, I said it. They're spreading themselves way too thin. By the way, this show needs an increase in budget. I don't know what's going on, but you'll know what I mean when you get to the Vandal Savage part with those steel frames. Although I do admit they actually work, so that's fine. But it definitely needs a bump up in budget. You will notice that this show is being progressive. Aqualad is gay, Lagoon Boy is in a polyamorous marriage with a man and a woman, and so on and so forth. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, I'm just pointing it out. But I will say, I do appreciate the diversity and representation this show has. It tackles many social issues while multitasking with many stories all at the same time. There are just a lot of moving pieces here that may not work for many. The thing they do with Superboy in the first arc, I just felt was weak. It could have been a bit better. Build up to that is what I'm saying. One of the things I was looking forward to is seeing more of Jason Todd and having Nightwing interact with him, but we don't get that here. Hopefully more light will be shed on him in the 5th season. The mental health situation with Beast Boy, I liked it at first, as it didn't rush things with him overcoming it so quickly and felt organic that way. But for how the show kept touching on it repeatedly made it feel kind of annoying, since he barely overcomes it until the very end of the show. Also, he got so much attention in season 3 and here in season 4. It would have been nice to give that screen time to someone else like the third Robin, Tim Drake, or someone else we haven't spent a lot of time with. I don't understand what's going on with the creators of the show. I mean, season 1 and 2 were good, but season 3, the season that was the comeback, the revival season that every fan anticipated on for its release since the cancellation of the show after season 2, fans hungered for more and waited years, and we were heard and were delivered season 3, which was a bit of a bummer. I was kind of surprised. It wasn't terrible, but it didn't hold up to season 1 and 2 standards, and that goes for season 4 as well. So what's the deal here? Are we not dealing with the same people who worked on season 1 and 2 for season 3 and 4? Because if that's the case, I can definitely see that. If not, then what? Did the creators go through some epiphany over the years after season 2 and then came back all changed with a new and different outlook on life and their views? Like something similar to the Wachowskis going from men to women? And I got nothing against that. I'm just trying to pinpoint the change in the direction of the show. Maybe it's someone upstairs calling the shots like a Warner Brothers Kathleen Kennedy, pulling strings behind closed doors. Who knows? I just hope moving forward with the 5th season, the creators can get in touch with being more in line like the first 2 seasons. Actually, when I think about it, season 4 was sort of just a filler season used to set up season 5. I'm just saying.